What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's live Q&A. Today's going to be a Shopify Dropshipping live Q&A, and I'm going to talk about how I did over 620,000 in 3 months with Shopify Dropshipping. So I'm going to wait until a few of you guys get on, and this is all with my Shopify brand, actually with one brand, with my main brand, and this is a brand that I've been focusing on for the past 6 months now. So very happy to be doing this live Q&A today, and I've been traveling right now. I'm in the United States, so I'm in Utah right now. I've actually been doing back-to-back masterminds. So I was at one mastermind in LA, and now I was just at a mastermind here in St. George, Utah, and then I'm going to fly back to Europe for the summer. So, and then after that, I'll probably come back to Canada. But yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm going to wait until a few of you guys get in here, and feel free to ask me anything to do with Shopify. If you're out there, if you're trying to start a Shopify business, but you think it's oversaturated, you think it's too hard, I'm telling you that it's not. And if you're on this live right now, just ask me what tell me what you're struggling with, and I'll be happy to help. All these things, like if you do Shopify the way that everybody else is doing, then obviously it's going to be a little difficult, right? But if you know the strategies, and I'm here to tell you the strategies, then you will be able to learn a lot, and you're actually going to know how to actually do this properly. So, Enzymatic, what's up from Ontario? You got Ferez, what's up? Wait until some people get here. Liuan Luo, what's up, guys? So how many of you guys are doing Shopify right now as we speak? Are you guys like in product research mode? Are you guys trying to find a product? Do you guys have a store? Are you guys trying to make some ads? What's going on here? Would you test a new product by yourself? Yeah, why not? To be honest with you, there's a lot of conversation about testing products. You don't actually have to test as much as you think, because the way that I found to do Shopify the best is just to look at the ads that you constantly see on Facebook, and those products have already been tested, they've already been proven. So there's no point in going and testing them yourself. Like, you don't have to go and just test products. There's the old way of doing Shopify, which is doing a general store and then testing out a bunch of different products until you find a winner. And that's not the way that I prefer. I prefer building an e-commerce brand. I'm all about brands, and that's what I do every day. I do that on Amazon, I do that on Shopify, and that's the best way. That's the golden key, the golden ticket that I found to lasting success with e-commerce. It is to build a brand, and that will allow you to have the freedom lifestyle, the passive income lifestyle. So that's the only thing that will allow you to get there, because it's passive income. Obviously, it's time your income is separated from your time. The thing with passive income with Shopify, okay, yeah, you find the product, and then you get the ads up and running, you get the website up and running, you film a few ads here and there, then you go and test some ads. Once you have some profitable ads, you're making passive income, and you will have to go and refresh the ads, every once in a while, every few weeks. You will have to do that for sure, but it's nowhere near as much work as a 9-to-5 job with a lot higher potential. And so that's something that I found out myself about 3 years ago. And when I was completely broke, you guys know that, when I was stuck in my bank job, when I was really living like in the scarcity mentality. And for me, when I found out about that, everything in my life changed. I pursued e-commerce all the way. I pursued Amazon. I pursued Shopify. So I'm very glad that you guys are in this. So yeah, feel free to ask me any questions. I want to bring stuff from Middle East. Sure. What kind of stuff? Doing Amazon FBA currently, want some insight on Shopify. Okay, awesome. What's the best way to get your first sale on Shopify? The best way, honestly, if you only want one sale, doesn't matter if you're profitable or not, just make an ad, go and make a simple sales page on Shopify and just launch an ad, run that ad at cold interest, and you'll get a sale. I don't know if it's going to be a profitable sale, though, probably not. But if you're a beginner, do you think it's good to start with niche or general store, one product store? One product store all the way, because with general stores, like why go through that extra step to go and test products when there's already, products that have already been tested for you on Facebook. There's already so many products out there on Facebook that people have already paved the way with success. There's no reason to go and reinvent the wheel. What do you say about CBO? I think that I've had success with CBO. All the campaigns that I run now mostly are not interest-based campaigns, but are ad set level campaigns. But CBO is good. I just think that by the time Facebook comes out with it, it's going to be a lot better. And I don't want to be the test guinea pig for it. But I think that it's really good. And I personally know a very successful dropshipper who he's actually private labeling on Shopify, which is what I do as well. And which is, by the way, it's the same as dropshipping, except you're putting your logo on the product. So he's very successful with CBO. It just depends on your strategy. So, hey Dan, I hope you have an amazing day, dude. I hope you have an amazing day, man. Hi Dan, do I need to address the United States for registering my brand? No, you don't. I want to bring arts and crafts. Is that a good idea? What are your thoughts? How hard is it to do art on Amazon? Well, I mean, that's a whole other thing. It's art, right? So what's the price of art? I don't know. I'm not an expert at selling art. I'm an expert at selling products that actually solve people's problems in particular target markets, not artistic pieces. So I wouldn't be the best person to talk about that, but you can try. Why not? Try sending it into an Amazon warehouse. You just got to make sure that, you don't have to do that. If you want to do that on Amazon, you can just go on Amazon and create a listing and see who buys. How do you price your Shopify product? Higher than Amazon for sure. The reason why is because on Amazon, people are in a constant price war with each other. But on Shopify, you can go and dictate your price because you have no competition that is shown up on your website. You're the only one on your website. And if somebody actually wants to go and find competition, they're going to have to go and really search on the web to find your competitors. And people aren't going to do that. They don't have time. So do you create lookalikes from your engagement campaign? Yes, that's really good. Can you give us any tips about PayPal, please? They keep holding my money. What should I do? You have to provide your business license, and you need to actually have a legitimate business. If you don't have a legitimate business, which is very easy to get, just get an LLC in your home country, then you're good to go. So how do you convert German currency to US dollars? Why would you want to convert German currency to USD? How much actual profit out of the 620K? A big chunk. Hey Dan, but under 50% because obviously you got Facebook ads. Hey Dan from Thornhill here. I was just wondering, how can I create my first ads? Should I focus only on video ads or have some pictures as well? If I want a video ad, should I order the product first? Test both picture ads and video ads. I perform very well with video ads. However, picture ads are good too with longer text. So you just really have to test. Like, something that's going to work for me might not work for you. And so that's what you have to understand. There's a lot of, folklore out there. There's a lot of just general information out there, and you have to learn to think for yourself. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt too, because, don't just automatically accept it as truth, because, just go and test it for yourself. The strategies might work for me. They might not work for you, but at least they'll point you in the right direction. And yeah, that's my honest opinion. What are the best apps to use on Shopify? There's a whole ton. I have a video on this on my YouTube, but there's a whole ton of apps to use for Shopify. And to be honest with you, I'd have to go pull up my Shopify app store. But Dan, can we use Oberlo and Alibaba or just AliExpress? I don't use Oberlo. I don't recommend using Oberlo because Oberlo doesn't allow you to brand your product. And then what's the point of selling it? You're basically just a middleman between AliExpress and the customer, and you have no brand value. If I'm selling in Germany, how would I convert that into USD? Well, if you're selling in Germany, are you getting paid in USD or in euros? If you're getting paid in euros, to convert that into USD, you would have to go and have Stripe pay you in USD, and they would actually do the conversion on their end. If you're using Stripe, if you're using Shopify Payments, I don't know if you're using Shopify Payments, but then I'm sure that they'll do the conversion. I sell it all in USD, so I'm working on installing the multi-currency thing on my store right now. It was on before, but it had some bugs. But yeah, CBO or daily budget campaigns when testing cold interest in new product. To be honest with you, you can do CBOs for cold interest in testing. They're really good at low budgets. If you want to set a CBO at like $40, that's really good. Must-have apps for Shopify. Let me pull up my Shopify app store. Hold on. I'm going to pull up my actual Shopify, and I'll tell you some of the apps I have installed on here. Hold on. So, apps. I'm at 3.3K today on Shopify. Okay, apps are... by the way, if you guys want to see, not that I have to show proof, but you've seen me in the ads. I have a lot of ads in... I have a lot of ads running on from my brand, and so many people have tagged me in that. So, hold on. Right here. Yeah, so we're at 3.34. As you can see, have a few chargebacks you have to deal with, but that's all there is. It's pretty easy once you learn the formula, once you learn the steps. All right, let's see some questions here. Underrated books in your opinion? That's a good question. There's a lot of underrated books. There's one called Who Owns the Ice House? I really like that one. It's about entrepreneurship and it's very basic. What else I'm trying to think about? My main books that I love are Rich Dad Poor Dad, Millionaire Fastlane, Unscripted, and Thinking Real Rich. Those are really, really great books. But there's a lot of underrated books that I read that I really can't think of on myself right now, but I'd have to get back to you on that one. But for sure, those books are really great. And I would recommend every single one of you to read those. Also, 10 Pillars of Wealth by Alex Becker, really, really good as well. Which one is easier for beginners, Shopify or Amazon? They're not, I wouldn't say they're easy, they're doable. Both are doable. It just depends on it just depends if you want to really go and focus on creating your whole store on a separate website, or you want to go and, learn how to rank on Amazon and learn how to basically get customers on Amazon. It depends. Shopify, the main thing with Shopify is that you have to create good ads. That's for Shopify. For Amazon, you have to find a good product. That's the main keys with Shopify, with Amazon. With Shopify, it's to create good ads. With Amazon, it's to create good products or sell good products. Have you used any Twitter influencers? No, I'm pretty sure I've never personally used Twitter, and I'm pretty sure it's a dying thing. I might be wrong though. What website do you buy your products from? I actually order in bulk because I'm past the dropshipping phase with my brand, so I order in bulk from my Chinese supplier from China. Bro, what should we do to avoid PayPal hold? I already told you, man. You have to have a business license. That's why PayPal's holding your money. And if you don't have a business license, then they're not going to release the money because then you're not going to pay tax on it. So that's what's going on. You got to be legit. Hey Dan, we are starting dropshipping in our country, Czech Republic. Can you name a few marketing tools which we can use besides Facebook ads? So you can use Pinterest ads. You can also use, of course, Instagram ads. Snapchat ads are really good. Google Shopping is really, really good. I'm going to make a video on Google Shopping. I think it's really useful, and I'm currently in the process of getting that up and running for my store. So I think that's also great. But if you're just someone starting out, then Facebook ads are really great if you have a budget of between $500 and $1,000. If you have 300, 400, I would recommend going more the influencer route because then it's going to be easier to get sales. And that might be a hit or miss as well. Influencer route, what I mean by that is, paying pages to promote your product on Instagram. Sometimes you can do that. You can get a really great return on your ad spend on what you pay to the influencer. Sometimes you can get really bad. All of these tactics and all these tips I cover in the Shopify Freedom course, which was released about a month ago now. I've had over 300 students join where I'm personally mentoring every single one of my students. And I haven't announced the closing date for it yet, but I will be closing it. Right now I'll announce it actually. I'm going to be closing Shopify Freedom. Let's give it 1 week here. So I'm going to be closing it on the 16th. So the 16th, June 16th, I'm closing Shopify Freedom. That's it. It's going to be done. And there's going to be no more mentorship. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to make sure that the first people that get in the course right now have my complete mentorship so that I can get everybody up and running. So the link for the Shopify Freedom course is below. And that's if you want to build a freedom business with Shopify, you want to actually build an e-commerce brand. That is going to be closing on the 16th, Shopify Freedom. By the way, the link for Shopify Freedom is here if you guys don't find it. There you go. I'm not sure why it's not letting me put the link in my own chat. But anyway, it's shopifyfreedom.com/now. That is the website. Right now, my profit margin for my Shopify brand, it's like 36%, which is, I would say, really good for Shopify. With Shopify, your profit margin will be lower than Amazon because on Amazon, it's just your Amazon fees and that's it. You don't pay much for advertising, only if you're running PPC. With Shopify, you're paying a lot for advertising. My main cost is Facebook ads. So that's why, obviously, the profit margin will be slightly lower. But it doesn't have to be razor thin. The people that have razor thin profit margins, they're running really bad ads, or they've chosen a product that doesn't really have a wow factor. So that's what's going on there. You forgot to tell us what the apps you currently use for Shopify. Okay, yeah. So I have discounted pricing by Booster Apps. I have Google Shopping Feed. Okay, the main ones I would say are Luke's Photo Reviews. That's really, really important. Klaviyo Email Marketing for Shopify. Bold Multi-Currency if you want to have more than one currency on your store. Order Lookup. Recart Messenger Marketing. SMS Marketing and Automation by SMS Bump is really good. Zendesk for customer service. And then if you want, you can have a funnel, one-click upsell funnel. So with Zipify, that's really good as well. And these apps I cover in Shopify Freedom as well. How to use them, how to install them. So those are my favorite ones, and those are what I'm actively using right now. Would you genuinely recommend to start out with dropshipping or FBA? I would recommend starting out with, let's see. This question gets asked of me all the time, and like I just said, I've answered this a million times. Just go watch my videos on Shopify, watch my videos on Amazon, and choose the one you like best, and just Focus on that. Set yourself a goal, 5,000 a month or 10,000 a month within 3 months. That's the goal, and just set that goal and you're good. Like don't only focus on one business until you have that business up and running until it's actually profitable, or else you're going to be putting in half-assed effort, each direction, and it's going to be very difficult to create freedom for yourself and to reach that level of freedom that you're looking for in your life. Hey, can you help me? You said it's possible to dropship the top products from US to high GDP countries. Is it possible to use what? By the way, I'm sorry, there's a lawnmower outside. I can't really control that. Hopefully you guys don't hear that a lot. I'm not sure what your question is, but when I talked about untapped markets in my recent video, I talked about selling in Germany and selling in Mexico and selling in, by the way, Mexico is a low GDP, but it's one of my top sellers on my store for some reason. I don't know. So you have to test, but it's still an e-packet country. So like France, Germany, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, these countries, they're really good for drop shipping and also for creating an e-commerce brand, but you have to make sure that you create it in that country's language. How much money to spend before killing a product? It's not about how much money, it's about your ability in creating good ads and also your confidence in the product, if it's a wow factor, if it doesn't have a wow factor, if it does have a wow factor. So with Amazon, do you have videos on how to become a vendor seller? No, I don't have any videos on my YouTube channel for that. Is there an age limit on Shopify? No, there isn't an age limit, but you're gonna need a credit card and a bank account, so I would assume 18. Hey man, what's the best strategy for a fresh pixel for dropshipping? Straight away go with purchase as the objective or go with PPE? So my strategy is, and for everybody here, listen, this is my strategy. When I have good ads and I have my Shopify store up and running, what I do is I run a PPE campaign, paid engagement campaign, and I run that to cold interest. If you don't have any pixel, cold interest, okay? And you want to run between 3 and 4 ads in that PPE, and I usually test about 10 to 15 interests, and then that shows me at a much cheaper cost which ads are better than the other ones. And so I'm just going to go and use those specific ads that the PPE showed me was better. I'm going to go and use only those ads in a purchase conversion campaign running for a lookalike on the people that have engaged with those PPE ads. So do you understand what I mean? First, you run to cold traffic and you use PPE to get cheap data so that you know which ads are performing better, okay? And then you create lookalikes as soon as you have the fresh data, which then Facebook is going to go and create an amazing audience of people who have already engaged with your content and people on Facebook who look like that. So that's why it's so good. That's my strategy. And then you want to go fast to a purchase conversion campaign. Whenever you're running a purchase conversion campaign, you want to have a PPE running alongside it. I know this sounds like gibberish for a lot of people in this live, but I have a lot of videos explaining, how to run Facebook ads. This is not something super complicated. Just, you must understand that if you're just someone, right now stuck in a 9-to-5 and you're trying to go, or maybe you're in college and you're trying to start an online business with Shopify, you can do it. You can make 6 figures within a few months if you have the correct information. There is risk involved. It's not easy. It's not a magic trick or a magic pill, but you just have to be willing to learn. Just like, people go to college for 4 years, you have to be willing to put the time in. Can you guide us a bit on how to make really good video ads? I mean, where to get the video content, how to put it together in the best way possible. So I would recommend going on Facebook and looking at your top, if you already have a product selected, go look at your top competitors' ads, okay? And the way to do that, by the way, I'm gonna link the ad right here. Hold on. Let me just find I'm going to link there's like a tool on Facebook. They used to have info and ads, but now they switched it. So I'm going to link you guys that. It's like a Facebook ads library where you can go and you can see anybody's ads that are running on Facebook. Hold on. I'm going to find that for you guys. All right, here you go. So this is the Facebook ads library. You guys can go. It's a really, really great resource because you can just go and see anybody's ads that are running on Facebook. And that way you can go look up your competitors' ads and just get ideas. Write down in a notebook, how they're advertising the product and what angles they're using, and then try to come up with your own ad angles that are similar to that or that play off that. And that's really how you succeed. How do you do worldwide shipping with a standard product price? What do you mean, standard product price? I'm not really sure. Can I do something with $1,000? Please answer. I have a bad period in my life now. Yeah, of course. $1,000 is almost as much as I started with in e-commerce. So, you have really no excuse. You can succeed. My best recommendation for you would be to take a course and take a good course with mentorship, because if you don't do that, then you might completely lose that $1,000 on like a product that I could have told you that, was patented or trademarked or restricted or was not good. By the way, are these lives helpful? Because right now I'm traveling and it is, a little difficult for me to do these lives, but I think that these are so helpful in actually, that way you guys can ask me questions specific to your businesses, and that way I can give you, stuff that's fresh from like the front lines of Shopify. What numbers are you looking to convert your PPC to purchase ads, like having 0.01 cost per click? No, nothing like that. You can tell with the post per engagement, you can tell that one ad is going to have significantly more shares, likes, and comments. And so if you use that ad and just change it over to a purchase campaign, or copy and duplicate it into a purchase campaign. That's what you do. How can I show Amazon customers my product is higher quality than my competitors? Okay, you're talking about Amazon. Right now we're going to keep it to Shopify in this live. I'm going to do Amazon next week, but I'll actually answer this question just for you, Ahmed. So the best way to show that your product is higher quality than your competitors is to actually have a brand that stands for something. A brand that has, a mission, a vision, not just something that you're selling just to make money for you. It's not about you, it's about the customer. So if you can if you can really create a brand and you can market it properly, and you can even improve the product, because your Chinese suppliers will always, be willing to help you improve the product. I'm actually going to fly to China this fall. I'm going to go to the Canton Fair, maybe, we'll see, but I'm going to go to Shenzhen, Guangdong, I'll also go to Japan, because I'm actually going to go there to talk with suppliers on improving my existing products, because that's really the next level. And so I've got a ton of exciting stuff coming up. So that is what I'm doing. And if you lost everything right now, would you start with Amazon FBA or Shopify? I would start with, I would start with, let's see. To be honest, I know both of them. Right now, if I lost everything, I would start with Shopify, because I do know Facebook ads. And if you know Facebook ads, you can get sales like today. With Amazon, you have to wait until your product gets to the Amazon warehouse. But they're both really, really great. And as soon as my Shopify business becomes successful, I would take that product and I would bring it over to Amazon really fast. So I would, in a month or 2 months, have both products on Amazon and Shopify. The lives and mentorship were the reason I bought both courses, Dan. Amazing courses, by the way. Thanks. The courses, thank you, by the way. Amazing comment. But the courses, the Shopify Freedom course and the eCom Freedom course, those, I put my all into them. And my mission is to create the world's best online education platforms, where any of you watching right now, if you're watching, so you can have all the information that you need to start a profitable online business, get it to 6 figures and then 7 figures, really build a massive brand that you can go and, then hire employees later, and you can really change your life with, achieve the freedom lifestyle. And I haven't talked about this yet, but in one of the videos coming up in the next following weeks, I'm going to talk about the 5 foundations of freedom. And so that's something that I've really been living by myself. And so I'm going to create a video on that. It's called the 5 foundations of freedom, and it's going to really blow your mind. And this is something like the Bible of freedom, the Bible of online business. And this is something that if you really want to achieve this kind of level in your life of freedom and of, not working a 9-to-5 job that you hate and of really living the life you're meant to be living, then that's something that's going to be really helpful for you. So that's going to come up in the next few weeks on my YouTube channel. So get excited. Dan, I want to start Shopify. I don't have the money to buy a laptop. Well, just go and mow some lawns, dude. Go and clean some windows. You'll buy a laptop. It's just a laptop. If you can't buy a laptop, how do you expect to make money? I mean, you can go to the library and try, but it won't work really well. So start with getting a laptop. That's my best advice for you. Hey, I'm from Japan. Let me know if you need any help with Japanese. Oh, that's amazing. If you're from Japan, reach out to me on Instagram @DanVast. DM me. I would love to hear more about your awesome country, because I'm going to go there. I want to go to the less tourist places. Tokyo is I don't even know, big cities are crazy, so I want to go to Okinawa, maybe some islands. So yeah, message me on Instagram, let me know. Maybe we can talk about that, meeting up or something. How would you start if you had no money? I would start by investing in a course. I would start by doing whatever it takes to get the money, work a job, or clean some windows, which is what I did. I cleaned windows after I quit my bank job, and I would take that money and put it into a product either on Amazon or on Shopify. What is your suggestion for Shopify products? At least what category? All categories are amazing. You really just have to go and do the research yourself. It's really easy to find good products on Shopify. Just go through Facebook, watch some of my product research videos, and it's going to be all good. Hey Dan, the man, is it possible to sell Amazon FBA restricted items on a Shopify store? Yes, it is. And that's actually a great way to make money on Shopify, something that I've done in the past. And that was before when I wasn't really trying to create a brand on Shopify. But that's also a great idea to start a brand on Shopify because, let's say vapes, right? Vapes are huge. You can go and sell those on Shopify because on Shopify, you control the store, not Amazon. And nobody can ban you. YouTube ads versus Facebook ads. I prefer Facebook ads for Shopify products, but also having an organic presence on YouTube with your brand is really good. What I meant was, how can we do worldwide shipping without changing the selling price because of varying shipping rates? So you can just, what do you mean? You just change the shipping zones in Shopify, and wherever the person is from, they're going to get the shipping rate that's, for their country. So for US or for Canada or for Europe or wherever they're from. So that's not a big deal. That's very basic Shopify level stuff. I ran an engagement campaign, got over 240K post engagement, but no likes, comments, or shares. Do you know where I could have messed up? Well, yeah, it looks like your ad is probably not good. So keep trying to make a new ad. Go look at your competitors, see what they're doing, and compare your ad to theirs. And that would give you a good idea on why your ad, isn't performing that well. CPO or ad set level testing for Fresh Pixel, I would do ad set, to be honest. But CPO is good if you have a really small budget, but it's still testing. Like Facebook is still testing the CPOs, and whenever Facebook says they're going to put out something, it's going to be a while before it's actually good enough to be used by the general public, by all the Facebook advertisers. So I would do ad set level testing. It's proven and it works. What's the best laptop computer for dropshipping? No computer is better. You just need a fast computer, a reliable computer, but I prefer MacBook Pro. That's what I'm on right now. It's an Apple MacBook Pro. I like it. It's what I've used for a while. It's something that I've used since university. When I used to play a lot of video games when I was younger, I only played on Windows, and I would be one of those people that talked a lot of shit about Mac. But now I've grown up, so yeah. Minimum budget for testing products. You don't have to test products, like I said. You can just go on Facebook and you can scroll through and you'll find some great products, and you'll know right away in your heart if a product is good or not. So, yeah. By the way, the link for the Shopify Freedom course, I just posted it. Okay, it's not letting me post it. I'm not sure why, but it's below. Shopifyfreedom.com/now. Like I said, it's closing on June 16th, next Sunday. You have 1 week. So if you want my mentorship, and if you want to be part of the best Shopify course in the world that will literally blow your mind, and it will teach you how to go from 0 all the way to 6 and 7 figures on Shopify and actually build out a brand, not just how to drop ship random products and copy paste random products from AliExpress and Alibaba using Oberlo onto your store. If you actually want to build a real business, then that is where you should do it. Shopify Freedom, link is below. Do you invest in crypto as well? No, I don't gamble. Can you do dropshipping with Amazon products? Yeah, but not a good idea. You're going to get banned very quickly. Do you use Amazon Multi-Fulfillment Center to ship products to customers on your Shopify site? I ran the idea, but I use a separate fulfillment center. It's called ShipFusion, but ShipBob, Easy Fulfillment is really good. Dollar Fulfillment. There's a lot of great fulfillment centers in the US, so you just have to go and get some quotes. That's my recommendation for you. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to talk about how to make your first 100K on Shopify. All right. So, actually, let me see here. Let me see what we got. I think a lot of. Wait, Dan, can I still pay $500 and have you as a mentor, please? Yeah, you can. If you want to pay $497, the Shopify Freedom course is $497. The price will be going up because I'm going to think about it. But it's too cheap for the amount of value in that course. I mean, I put in at least $10,000 worth of value in Shopify Freedom, and that's my golden rule. I always put in between 10 and 20 times more value than the price of the actual course. So I think $497 for somebody out there starting, like if I was just starting out with Shopify with online business, something higher than $497 would be too much for me to pay. So yeah, if you want the mentorship, then the link is below. So how to make your first 100K? Someone asked me that on Shopify. What I recommend is go look at some existing 7-figure brands on Shopify that are hosted on Shopify. So go look at like BlendJet, go look at Hey Silky Skin, go look at, these are, by the way, 8-figure brands. They're like, worth in the 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million range. Just look at them and you'll understand that it's very simple. It's just a product they took from AliExpress or Alibaba. They actually branded it, and they, after dropshipping it for a bit with ePacket, after creating some good ads, getting a nice looking store up and running, which is something that you could do, easily. It's just going to take some time and some commitment from you, but not as much as a 9-to-5 job. Then they went, and after doing the drop shipping, they proved the concept, they proved the product. They then actually started ordering in bulk. They send them to a fulfillment center in the US or wherever they're selling, and then that's when they actually started selling in bulk or actually ordering in bulk and then selling it on a massive scale with Facebook ads. And that's not only how to get to 100K, because 100K a year, all millionaires break down their goals. 100K a year is only about 8,600 a month, which is not a lot at all. It's only like about 300 per day, US dollars. So, that's not a lot. That's only if your profit is about $20 per unit. My profit is higher than that on Shopify, but if your profit's $20 per unit, that's like about 15 units a day. So you only need to sell 15 units a day on Shopify to make $100,000 a year, in profit. I'm talking about in profit. So it's simple, but you just need to put in the work and you'd have the correct information. And, of course, a mentorship would be good as well. So that is how you do that. Anyway, guys, that's the end for today's live. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Shopify is not extremely difficult, like somebody said here. No, not at all. It might be extremely difficult for you, but if you're someone out there who doesn't follow the common status quo and doesn't follow, just because it's difficult for Mr. the Republic right here, doesn't mean that it's difficult for everyone else, right? So it just depends on your level of commitment, depends on the information that you have access to, and if you're willing to do whatever it takes. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. The link for Shopify Freedom, as I said, is below. It's closing next Sunday. And once you're in there, just message me on Facebook. We'll get started with the mentorship. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys soon. Also, if you want to learn how to run amazing Facebook ads on Shopify, just go on my channel and type in Facebook ads, and you'll see there's awesome videos on Facebook ads, and I really break it down like lookalikes and everything like that, because that stuff is really confusing. When I was brand new, I had no idea how to run Facebook ads. When I was brand new with online business. But once I found out how to run Facebook ads, I could do that for anything. You can literally I can go and start an agency right now. If I was completely broke, I could just go get a client on a monthly retainer and have them pay me $1,000, $2,000 a month, like a local car dealership or something, and I can run amazing ads for them. So it's all about skills, guys, learning the right skills. And by doing Shopify, you'll learn very valuable skills that will help you in life. So hope you guys, and also you'll build yourself a really great income and a lasting business that will last you for the rest of your life. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys soon.